I'm with Riz Khan from Al Jazeera English. Hello.
Hi, good to be with you.
Thank you. How are you finding the second World Healthcare Congress Middle East?
Well, it's been really good to catch up with some old friends, having seen people from last year and catching up with them again. It reinforces to me really what's happening in this region when it comes to issues such as healthcare. A lot of people tend to forget that in building a community, in building a country and a nation, that there are so many aspects to it. You know, it's not just about real estate and infrastructure in terms of roads, it's about building community and community support, which includes healthcare. And this part of the world actually has a number of major issues it needs to deal with, from obesity to diabetes, which is incredibly, exactly. Chronic diseases are very bad here. And I think I'm encouraged even more this year that there's a greater awareness of them. So that's been big.
And what was your experience like as a moderator?
Well, it's good. I mean, it's always tough, especially on the first day and the first couple of sessions, to get people to talk, to ask questions from the audience, from the participants. I like to think of them as participants, not audience, because it's meant to be for them. But they did. They got into it, and I think having a diverse range of people on the panels has really helped, because the range of views. It means that there's a greater wealth of knowledge and a greater exchange of information at a conference like this. So I enjoyed. I mean, I tend to be quite strict on time and things like this, so I try to keep it moving along. So they might think I don't want them to do presentations and things, but no, it's been good. It's been good.
Why do you think it's so important to have an event like this, and what does it mean to Abu Dhabi and the Middle East?
Well, it's key again, because this part of the world is growing still like crazy, and in fact that's one of the things that people have to be aware of, that what's on offer here is actually far better in terms of facilities and opportunity than in many other parts of the world. So unless people get a chance to come and see what's possible, I mean, look at this. The centre is amazing. You know, Adnek is just such it's huge and custom-built location. I don't think a lot of people overseas realise they have these kinds of facilities here. But also it's important for people outside the region to know that the region is taking care of these key issues, because ultimately we're more interconnected than ever across the globe, and the health concerns of this part of the world do link to health concerns in other parts of the world. And I think it's important to show that the community here in Abu Dhabi and in the UAE in general is very integrated into the global community, and this is an example of that.
What are some of the most interesting ideas, discussions and innovations that you came across? As a moderator, you've attended most of the discussions, no?
Yeah, what has got me, I mean, my background has sort of medical in it. I graduated in physiology, in medical physiology, specializing at that time in neurology. And, the medical world has become a business world as well. So realizing that there's a business element to, the industry, the healthcare industry is more and more of an awakening for me, because I mean, as a young lad wanting to be a doctor and wanting to get into medicine, it was all about just treating patients. And now there's a greater awareness of the need to be able to handle data, the data infrastructure and gathering, which was a big issue that was brought up here. I was amazed with Abu Dhabi's move forward in so many areas, such as data, screening of patients and data collection, which is crucial.
Medical errors are such a big issue globally.
And information actually helps reduce those errors. Better diagnostics, better collaboration and cooperation between specialists in terms of dealing with cases, better case study references so that there can be a more accurate diagnosis. Diagnosis is one of the toughest things. And so I think that's been a big factor in moving things forward. That struck me at this conference, how much the developing and streamlining the business side, especially at a time of global economic stress, is important, and how there's been a lot of focus on that. That was a key thing that came out. And just generally the fact that there are so many great healthcare specialists in this region looking to move things forward. I see leapfrogging here, which parts of the developed world haven't even thought about yet, so that's great.
Riz Khan, always a pleasure having you with us at the World Healthcare Congress.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.